I'll get it.
Thank you, Kathy.
Kathy, does Katie not want arms?
Oh, long story. That's the one that Al was in, and when he tumbled and it broke.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
She's switching around.
it's of no use.
I guess I need to sign this one.
After somebody comes and they get appointed, I'm thinking, you know, how are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm good.
We got, the chamber is good. We just came off of, good Oldsmar days.
Of course.
You know, it was nice to have everybody out, and
Yeah, it was nice.
it was nice to be out.
This was only
A grand time, and
here today. In the pictures.
it was just good. It was a good event. I don't know.
Hello. Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. And you?
Well, I am very well, thank you. I don't
Sign your
sound
life
like it,
away,
but I
babe.
am.
How are you, Eric?
You don't sound like it, no.
Thank
No,
you.
I know,
Nice.
I've sounded like this since August.
Beats
My
the
vocal
back.
cords.
Well, hope it'll go away
Eventually.
when all this pollen does.
Well, it's not too bad now. I mean, down at my house, I mean, it doesn't seem like the daggone no-see-ums are driving me crazy, but,
No, in the,
Oh, they're
yeah.
terrible, aren't they?
oh, they're horrible.
Nope, that way. It's already been this way.
Borrow your pen.
Oh, sure. They
Should
did,
be one in your drawer if you always look too.
they did for
I was
mosquitoes
gonna say,
last
some-
week, but
Sometimes,
nothing kills those
ooh, there's
no-see-ums.
4 in this one here.
Oh, the good kind, too.
I guess this is Eric's seat. Eric, is this yours?
Yes.
Yes.
Do I have one of these?
Your drawer, it's full of stuff.
Got pens?
And she just stole your good pen.
Those are cough drops, aren't they?
Yeah, you want one?
No,
They're sugar-free.
I'll give back your pen, I
On Board of
promise.
Adjustments used to take their stuff and put it all in another drawer.
What? Sure.
Oh, dear.
I know.
I just left a little note.
Okay. Now I could see.
You hear from Rita? Probably out camping again or something.
We've got enough.
Yeah, we're fine.
Oh my goodness, it's.
They're every year.
I'm just mixing it up a little bit.
Okay. Keeping me guessing.
Well, if the mayor can sit all the way down there.
I know.
left here. Yeah, I imagine.
Rita's not here.
Nope.
Sherry McCullers is not here in case we need her.
I think that the Oldsmar days ended up pretty good.
I thought it was fantastic.
I thought it was exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
I
go.
thought it was pretty good considering what we had to work with.
I worked at hospice that morning.
The car show was amazing
It was over on the right, yeah.
on
Was it
Sunday.
hot?
There were probably 150 cars. It was
Got there
warm.
early.
Yes.
They got there very early.
Good thing it was not this weekend. Well,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
weekend's a little better, the weather-wise. They say it's not gonna be so hot, but
It wasn't raining. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
It's always raining. Or worry about rain.
The vendors were good, the food was good, the bands were good.
The patrons were good? No problems, right? I love it. Love it.
The deputies were a little sketchy this time.
Well, I was a little worried about the leadership,
The only
but
thing I
that's okay.
saw him do was hold down the tent on all 4 corners.
Yeah, Mark forgot to put on the safety.
Yeah, there was a huge wind, it was a
Yeah.
big wind, and all of a sudden they were just standing there, so they got.
All right, 4:00. Call to order the Thursday, May 6th Code Enforcement Meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Citizens Open Forum. I don't see anyone here to speak. And again, swearing in process. Greg?
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, so help you before God? Thank you.
Need approval of the minutes from October 1st, 2020.
I can't remember back that far, but I will make a motion that we approve.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. At this point, we need, you want to do that now or after the case?
No, we need to do it now.
Now, okay. Right now, at this point, since this is our first meeting for 2021, we need to choose a new chair and vice chair of this committee.
Right, so I'd remind you in your rules of procedure that you adopted in 1997 under Rule 1, Section 3, and I'm just going to read that provision. It says, nomination of officers shall be made from the floor at the first meeting of each new calendar year, and the election shall be held immediately thereafter. I realize it's May, but this is the first meeting you've had this year. Even though it's not on your agenda, I want to take care of it in case there are any procedural issues or evidentiary rulings that the chair needs to make. I don't see the respondent here today, but we need to do it anyhow. And so I'm asking that if you would go ahead, take nominations for chair and then follow it up by vice chair.
Well, since we're into month of May and it's almost half of the year, I'd make a motion that Ms. Grimes be retained as chairman of the board for the balance of the year of 2021.
I second that.
I'll agree.
If that's all right with her.
It's fine.
So if there are no other nominations then, are there any other nominations? Okay, you don't need to take a vote on that. Since there were no other nominations, you would continue on then as the chair, and we just need nominations for the vice chair then.
Since Babe set a precedence for the chair, feel that Rhonda should remain as vice chair for the remainder of 2021.
Okay, you can't make the motion, you're the chair, so I need to.
I'll make a motion, pull it up.
Sorry.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so there are no other nominations then? Okay, so
Away we go.
you're good to go.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much for your service. Can we go ahead and move then to the new business item?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we have one case for you today. That's case number 2021 believe it or not, 00001, City of Oldsmar versus Samantha Brown. The city would call its code enforcement officer, Greg, to the stand. Greg, you've been sworn in. I've got a few questions for you.
Yes.
If you could state your name, please, and your job responsibilities here at the city.
My name is Greg Solomon. I do code enforcement for the city of Oldsmar, which is enforcing city code and ordinances.
And how long have you been doing that for the city?
I'm in my 5th year now.
Okay. This particular case that we're talking about today, was this a proactive case or was it a complaint?
It came in as a complaint
Okay, and where did it come in as a complaint?
through our website anonymously.
Okay, and what was the complaint that came in on the website?
There was an excessive amount of trash and debris in front of the driveway or in front of the garage and the front porch area of the house.
Okay, what is the address that we're talking about today?
It's 501 Oakwood Boulevard.
Okay, and who's the owner of that property?
Samantha Brown
How do you know that?
from Pinellas County Tax Collector's website and the Pinellas County Property Appraiser's website.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and submit those into evidence. Since there is no respondent here, I ask that be received into evidence as exhibits 1 and 2.
Thank you. We accept those in evidence.
Did you go out to the property?
Yes, I did.
When did you go out?
I went out on, February 25th or 26th was the first day I went out there.
All right, did you find that there was a code violation when you went out?
Yes.
Okay, and what code section was the code violation on?
It was 23-62, or I'm sorry, 26-62, yeah, which is nuisances.
The nuisance prohibitions provision of the city code?
Yes.
Okay. So when you went out there on that particular day, did you go back to the office to determine who the property owner is, subject to that tax collector and property appraiser's record that we just submitted into evidence?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you reach out to the property owner and by phone call or by email?
I reached out 3 times. I left 3 voicemails. One on February 26th, one on March 2nd, and then March 10th.
All right, did you get any response to those voicemails?
No.
Okay. So did you go back out to the property to determine whether or not that there was a violation still in existence sometime after that?
Yes, on March 25th.
Okay. When you went out there March 25th, was that some date in particular, or was that just your notes had told you to go back out there that day?
It was the day before I was going to send out the notice of violation.
Okay. So when you went out to the property, did you see that the violation still existed?
Yes.
Did you take a photograph that day?
Yes, it did.
Okay. And do you have that photograph? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And so I'm gonna hold up the photograph and maybe you can explain what the photograph depicts?
It just depicts multiple items that normally would not be kept outside in front of the garage and the driveway or the front porch. Cleaning supplies, plastic bins, speakers, doll houses, random chairs, toys, accessories, empty jugs, bottles.
Okay, that was the source of the violation then?
Yes.
Okay, tender into evidence the photograph taken March 25th.
Thank you, we accepted.
Did you issue a notice of violation?
Yes, it did.
When did you do that?
On March 26th.
And in the notice of violation, did you send it to the property owner?
Yes.
Did you send it to her by certified mail?
Certified mail and regular mail.
Okay. Did the regular mail come back to you?
No.
Did the certified mail get signed for?
Yes.
Okay, and when was that signed for?
On March 31st.
All right. And when you sent the code violation notice, did you ask the property to be brought into compliance by date certain?
10 days from the date it was sent, which was the 26th.
Okay, I'll take those two. We tender into evidence this is composite exhibit as well. This is, I think, number 4. Ask that be received in evidence.
Accepted in.
That code violation notice that provided that there was a violation of section 2662? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Did the property owner resolve the problem? In other words, did it come into compliance within that 10-day period of time that you requested in that letter?
No, it did not.
Okay. Did you go back out to the property again to determine that?
Yes.
When was the next time you went to the property?
On April 6th.
And when you went on April 6th, did you take photographs of that date as well?
Yes, it did.
Okay. And has there been any change to the property?
There had been some minor changes. Items moved around, some items gone, new items, but not brought into compliance at all.
Okay. And these photographs that you, are photographs that you took?
Yes.
And so they depict the front of the house, correct?
Correct.
All right. Tender into evidence these photographs as a composite exhibit as well.
We accept them in.
Did you then issue a notice of hearing for today's hearing?
Yes, it did.
Okay, and was that sent to the property owner by regular mail and certified mail?
Yes.
Okay, and was the certified mail signed for?
Yes.
Okay, and do you have a copy of that too?
Yes.
Okay, and the notice of hearing? Okay. And the notice of hearing was sent on what date?
4/26/21.
Did you take photographs on 4/26 or was the
Or
next?
I'm sorry, 4/6.
4/6? Okay. Would tender that into evidence as a composite exhibit as well.
Thank you, accepted in.
When was the next time you went to the property for inspection?
I've taken some pictures in previous, but I have the pictures that I took actually today.
Okay.
Just hasn't been made a much of an improvement. She did a little work, I believe, today, but it's not in compliance.
All right, you have 2 photographs then you took today?
There's 3 actually.
Okay. Did you happen to speak to the property owner when you were out there today?
No, when I pulled up, she was outside, but as soon as she saw me, she went inside.
Okay. I tender into evidence the 3 photographs that were taken today.
Thank you, we accept them in.
So is the property in compliance now, or is it still in non-compliance?
It's still in non-compliance.
How much time do you think it'll take to bring the property into compliance?
10 days should be plenty.
Okay, and do you have a suggested fine should it not be brought into compliance within that 10-day period of time?
$25 a day sounds fair to me.
Okay. I have no other questions of Greg. I don't know if the board has any questions of Greg. I have no further witnesses other than Greg. Any questions?
Let's see the boss photo.
Can walk walk up the sidewalk now. That's about it.
It's a pretty bird of paradise. Ain't it? Rhonda? Does anyone have any questions for Greg?
He's the only one.
Oh, something's still there, something's new. Something's new.
Yeah.
Do you wanna compare any, Sandy?
No further questions for Greg? I need a motion.
I'd just like to give you a little bit of a summary then if I can before we do that. It's been a long time since we've done this and I understand that. So the property owner's been cited with a violation of section 2662. That's nuisance prohibitions. I want to go ahead and read that to you. It shall be unlawful for any person to cause, permit, maintain, or allow the creation or maintenance of a nuisance. That's the actual violation. You'll notice that the notice of violation also gives a illustrative enumeration. That's also in the code under section 2663. I just want to read that as well. The maintaining, using, placing, depositing, leaving, or permitting to be or remain on any public or private property of any of the following items, conditions, or actions is hereby declared to be and constitute a nuisance, provided, however, then this enumeration shall not be deemed or construed to be conclusive, limiting, or restrictive. The references are subparagraphs 2 and 3. Paragraph 2 reads, accumulation of rubbish, trash, refuse, junk, and other abandoned materials, metals, lumber, or other things. And number 3 is any condition which provides harborage for rats, mice, snakes, and other vermin. And as you'll note in the letters that have been provided, the corrective action was to remove that junk, trash, and debris from the driveway, the porch, and the front areas. That has not been accomplished, as you can see from the photographs. We're asking that you establish a compliance date. Today is, I guess, the 6th, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And so we're asking that it be brought into compliance by May 16th. And should it not be brought into compliance by May 16th, a fine of $25 a day be placed on the property. We realize it's not a life safety issue. It doesn't seem to be a whole lot of material out there. Probably move it into the garage or, put to the curb for the trash service to take it. But we think that that's an appropriate amount of time, and we're asking that you would enter an order to that effect. Okay.
Okay,
Thanks.
I move that we find, case 2021-00001 in non-compliance of section 2662 and allow 10 days to bring the remaining items to be removed to cure the nuisance, which would bring May 16th, is that what we say? If it is not, it would be $25 a day fine plus the 35-day administrative fee until it has been cured.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. That's all I have today. And now you've got the
Presentation.
pleasure of hearing from the city's mayor. He's here in the audience. Some of you probably already realized that. And I think that, Mayor, you're going to do the next 2 items? I assume that.
You assumed correctly, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon, sir.
afternoon.
Howdy.
Feels funny to be on this side. We got Councilman Saraki out here because he wanted to come witness this as well. As you all know, every year the city puts on an event that's an appreciation dinner for all of our volunteers. And the city of Oldsmar is very fortunate in the fact that we have about 145 staff members and we have almost the same number of volunteers. And we could not do the things we do as a city if it wasn't for that kind of commitment from all of our volunteers. And it's interesting to me, because I remember a time, and I know some of you on the board probably remember this time as well, but we now have a waiting list for all of our boards. And that's a good position to be in. And I can tell you, your city council just appreciates very much all the work that you do. So while we couldn't have a dinner, although with things changing so rapidly, I don't know, maybe we could have, but we decided instead of giving you a token of our appreciation at a dinner, we would bring the token of appreciation to you, and with a little reception afterwards. It's not quite dinner at the Downs, but it's going to have to do. Times are tight. In any event, on behalf of all of the staff here at the city, your city council, we just wanted to say thank you, and we have a small gift for you. So I'll show you the gift while Vanna is handing it out. Oh, now I won't be able to open it because of the phone.
Thank you.
So it's a, if we put it this way to this camera,
Thank you.
it's a little cheese tray.
Thank you so much. Charcuterie.
Yeah. Cheese. Anyhow, it's something different, and we hope you all enjoy it and get some use out of it. And once again, thank you for all that you do. It's important, makes a huge difference in our city. All right? So thank you. God bless, and that's all I got.
Thank you, but if there's a waiting list, I guess we can resign.
No, we're locking the doors. And we have 2 deputies with guns, so I'm just saying.
And tasers.
And tasers.
How do you get it open?
Slide. It should slide with this.
There's no cheese in there, I'm sure.
No, there's better.
No, but there's some stuff you can take over here.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, it's got a little thing on the bottom.
Yeah, it's taped.
We'll find it.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Made in
Mr.
time.
Mayor, sorry. Next is presentation of board service awards. Okay,
Erin was supposed to receive her 5-year.
okay. Well, thank you, Erin, for your 5 years of service. Next on our agenda is adjournment. We have a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second,
Second.
all in favor? Aye. Thank you very much.